to the Business Inside You podcast with TreseysWorld. I am Tresey, and today we are going to talk to Jasmine Delaney. She is a shining example of a multifaceted individual, seamlessly blending her talents as an actress with her entrepreneurial spirit. Rather than following a conventional path, Jasmine took a bold and innovative approach into the business world, choosing to design her own shoe line. This unique venture reflects her creativity and desire to express herself beyond the stage, showcasing her ability to translate her artistic vision into a tangible product. Her foray into fashion demonstrates a keen understanding of branding and a desire to connect with her audience on a deeper level, further solidifying her position as a dynamic and forward-thinking individual. Jasmine, welcome to the Business Inside You podcast. We're so happy to have you today.
Thank you.
Woo! Listen, I'm so excited. I love speaking to people that think outside the box. I love speaking to people that, just don't get stuck on one thing, but really know how to tap into like their creativity in other ways, including acting, but in other ways beyond what we're so used to doing. So tell me a little bit about your business, girl. Tell me about this shoe line.
Okay, my shoe line is called JD Signature Brand. I started it in 2019. I was homeless. For about 6 years. That's the start. I was homeless for about 6 years. But within those 6 years, I decided it's time to create something different. I'm out here in California. As you all know, I moved from Chicago out here to California to continue my acting career. But I started the shoe line, like I said, at 5 years ago. And I wanted something that was going to get me out of the homeless situation. And I said, you know what? Let me tap into my modeling talent. Because, I modeled when I was little. That's where it all started. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. This is what's going to get me out of this situation. And God forbid, I'm happy where I'm at. Got my place. So we started in, like I said, in 2019. It was a struggle. It was a challenge because I did not know how I was going to start this brand. I didn't have the funding. I didn't have anything. I just had a vision and talent. I said, okay, God, we're going to do this. So the strategy that we did, it was faith. It was first God and consistency. And ever since then, for 5 years now, the brand has been building. We're still branding, but it has reached so many goals. I'm just thankful that I took that opportunity to go ahead on and start this brand because I didn't know where it was going to go. I just went by faith. And I was like, okay, look, we're going to do this. Me and you, God, we're going to do this. I don't know where I'm going to get the funding from. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we got faith. We're going to do it. And so 5 years later, we are still branding. We're still building. We still getting there. And I'm going to say this because I just heard back from my team that my life is about to change just like this within a matter of time. I'm just waiting to hear the feedbacks. So I can't say too much about it, but it's a blessing to have started this brand. I did not know where it was going to go. I just took a leap of faith and was like, okay, let's do this, God.
That is amazing. First of all, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on that. That is major.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's just backtrack a little bit. Shoes. How did that even, I heard you say you tapped into your modeling, but how did you hone in on shoes? People are doing t-shirts, people are doing clothes. How did you come up with, okay, you know what, I'm gonna design shoes?
The thing is, because how I came up with designing shoes, I don't know. It was just something, like I said, I just wanted to do. I just was like, I'm going to do shoes. I'm just going to tap into, I take that back. When I was little, I always wanted to design shoes for women that had big feet. So my goal was like, you know what? Let me tap into the shoe industry. Let me get my sisters that got big feet, because now you have women that wear size 13, 14, 15, and 16. So it's like, okay, I'm going to tap into a niche that don't have that. You know what I mean? And that's how I came about designing shoes, because I have big feet myself, and it's hard to find women that have big feet. It's hard to find shoes for them. So I'm like, we're about to do this. And I mean, and that's how I came about designing the shoes. I have other things on the website as well, but it was the shoes for me.
That's so crazy that you said niche. That's all we've been talking about with everybody that I've talked to. We all end up talking about the niche.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
like, so like really targeting,
Mm-hmm.
targeting a specific audience is very important. It's
Mm-hmm.
very important. You knew, okay, there was a need and you looked at this need and you did something about it. So how, just based on everything that you've experienced with just creating this line, how has that research, did you have to research or did you have to do any type of marketing research before you actually decided like this is the path that I'm taking and this is what I want to focus on?
Actually, no, I didn't have to really do no research. I really didn't because I already knew exactly what I wanted to do. Like I said, from a child on up, I already knew the niche that I wanted to focus on. And so it really didn't take that long for me to decide. I was okay, look, we're gonna do this. It is what it is. We're gonna put it out there. If it works, it works. I'm not gonna say if it don't, because it will. So yeah, I really didn't have to do too much a research. Just only research that I had to do was just finding out how to market the brand when you don't. That's the hard part. Marketing the brand when people don't know nothing about the brand, you know. But as far as doing the research for the shoes, absolutely not.
How did you market the brand or how did you what did you do to actually review or to study marketing or to just approach that part of it?
So what I'm still doing, I just use like regular Facebook ads, I use TikTok ads, I'm the marketer myself. I am the walking marketer. I wear my brand. In fact, I got a pair of designer shoes, not designer shoes, but I got a pair of I have a jacket that's on its way. So I have jackets too. But as far as the shoes, I'm the walking advertiser. You know? It's all about advertising. You are the marketer. You buy the designs, you buy your what do they call it? It's the where you can buy your you can buy the shoe and then you just market it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you wear it yourself. That was my way of marketing my own brand. That's how I did it. And I like I said, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you name, I was using it. That's my marketing. And then I have a team that also helps me to market the brand as well. They're not here right now, but they help me market the brand and things like that. So we still climbing.
I hear that. Like it's nothing like being your own billboard. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is what it
I'm
is.
the walking billboard.
That's it.
That's just a walking billboard.
That's
And
it.
word of mouth. And word of mouth and networking.
Mm-hmm.
And networking. And that's how I'm able to promote my brand.
So how do you approach networking with, like with being in the creative space? How do you approach networking? And then when you approach people and you talk to people about your brand, what's the next steps after that? Like, do you follow through with like email blast or phone calls or just following up on online?
Um, I usually just wait till somebody start up a conversation, and whatever that conversation leads to, I'm going to talk about my brand. Just recently, I was working somewhere, and there was a gentleman. We were talking about designing, and I was like, okay, hey, you know what? I have a designer brand company myself. I design shoes. I do this. I do that. And they was just telling me that there's somebody else that does the same thing too, that designs shoes and how can they market? You know what I mean? I said, you just got to talk. It's word of mouth. You got to talk. You got to be the walking billboard. You got to do everything. You are everything. You are the marketer. You are the customer. You are, like I said, the walking billboard. So basically, that's how I was able to network and get my brand out there. Also, I was my church during the pandemic. I was able to give away free pairs of kids shoes to the church for women, for parents that couldn't afford to buy the shoes during the pandemic. So that was another way for me to market my brand. I'm also looking to do another strategy to, where they have the clothes and stuff like that, where they have those boxes where you can donate clothes and things like that. I'm going to do that as well to get my brand out there too. So that's another marketing technique that you can do. Wherever you see those boxes, those where they pick up clothes and things like that, that's what I did. Those were the marketing strategies that I used to get JD Signature brand out there to the world.
So you did some philanthropy work. That's oh my gosh, that's so major to get that even when you're getting started, because some people feel like I'm just branching out, I'm just getting started. I don't have the space, the capacity financially to donate, so that's major kudos to you for that. I love that.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen.
Oh, that is,
I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna find a way.
For sure. We from Chicago, right?
Chicago. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. When I put my mind to something, it's no ifs, ands, or buts, no in between. That's how entrepreneurs think. You know what I mean? That's that go-getter mindset. And I try to tell other entrepreneurs, this is something that you want. You got to put in the work. It's not easy. It's not going to come easy. There's going to be moments where you're going to have people that's going to support you, people that's not going to support you, but you got to keep going. It's consistency. So I find ways to get my brand out there.
I love it.
I just can't wait. I'm sorry. I can't wait for nobody to give me the opportunity. I'm gonna go find it myself.
That's what I'm talking about. Grab your own seat, build your own table, and take a seat at it.
Take a seat.
That's how I do it. That's so how I do it. I'm like, okay, no seat. Okay, let me just build a table and sit down at it. Like we don't take no. And like I said, we're from Chicago, so we kind of condition.
Yeah,
condition a little bit differently. I don't have nothing against nobody, but I really strongly feel that we're conditioned a little bit differently when it comes to how much we can take and how determined we are. When you live through cold and brutal winters and stuff, you literally have to have that mentality. Like, okay, nothing's stopping me.
There's nothing to stop me. And listen. I was just having an epiphany the other day. Well, actually, yesterday, and I was like, you know what? Because I've been through some highs and some lows since I've been out here. Lost my mom 2 years ago when I moved out here. Became homeless. So you telling me, and then decided to start a business. I mean, what more can you think about? Because the only way for me to go is up. I didn't like the situation that I was in at the same time pursuing my career as an actress out here. So what excuse do you have? And I tell people that you got to have a passion for it. You got to get up and do it. I can't even explain that, because they're like, you know what? Well, how do you do this and how do you do that? I have a get up and go attitude. So yeah. And that's you're right. We from a different breed. We from Chicago. I gotta remind them out here in LA. I'm like, look, I'm from Chicago.
Everywhere I go, I tell them everywhere I go, I'm like, listen, don't get it twisted. I can handle this. Like there's nothing I can't really handle. Like I've been conditioned for this from day one. So
exactly.
So tell me this. Now you said you started this with no funding, no income, and you were homeless. Oh my gosh. How did you start this from zero income?
Because the thing is, when I applied, because I work with the platform, when I applied to work through them, it was free. So I didn't have a pot to piss in. But listen, it was free. But the thing is, this is where the marketing comes in at. After I applied to start my own designer brand, I didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. I really didn't. I didn't. So so the thing is, I was using food stamps, the GR General Relief money out here to support my brand. I was using that, and then when the government hit, I was like, okay, now we good. Now the government can't. This is how I know this is how God is working. When the pandemic hit, I was like, okay, now I can invest more and more into my brand. So I took that and invested into my brand. That's how I was able to get a lot of my shoes out there on the market. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this to, like I said, invest. You gotta make things work. You gotta make a way out of no way.
So you
So
use your
that's how the
funding
investment
correctly.
came in. I was my own funding. Yeah, I use my own funding. I don't have a bank to go to. I mean, I got a bank, but I don't use the bank to fund my project. I didn't use anything. I just used the funding that came out of my pockets, and I'm still doing that. But hey, like I said, I'm a go getter. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome. And so what you did was you really earmarked the funds that were provided because a lot of people were misusing, but you earmarked them for the right purpose to build up your business. That's
my business.
that's great.
Yes,
That is so
yes.
great. So I
Oh
already
yeah.
know you're fueled by passion. Obviously, we talked a little bit about that, and you're a really driven person. Um,
Thank you.
so
Likewise.
thank you. So we talk about you being homeless, out
Mm-hmm.
in LA. First of all, LA is a beast in itself. I've lived there most of my adult life. I just recently moved like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So, but it is a beast in itself as far as survival goes. So now that you are on the other side of it, how are you balancing your career, your acting career, with your business?
Oh, easy. Oh, it's very easy. I still, go to work, go to set, do my thing, and then I come home. The days that I'm not working on set is the days that I'm focusing on building the brand. Can you
Gotcha.
hear me? Yeah, it's the days that I'm focused on building the brand. Um, and it's funny that you asked that too, because I got some good news to tell you.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
we spilling tea. We getting the exclusive. Come on with it.
yeah. But when you said acting, I'm getting ready to tell you because I had the opportunity. I was on Instagram and Lena Waithe, shout out to Lena Waithe from the Shy.
Chicago. Yes.
She put up an opportunity for designers
Mm-hmm.
to get their brand featured on season 6 of The Shy. I submitted my information, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just go ahead on and submit my information and see where this goes. 2 or 3 days later, I get an email from her wardrobe department and it was like, we would love to see your lookbook.
Mm-hmm.
I sent them a copy of my lookbook, and they were like, we would love to have their brand featured in season 6 of The Shy. I was like, cool, cool. So I shipped out one of my brands. I don't know if you've seen it on my Instagram page, but I shipped out one of my brands on there. I'm just, you know what, and that's another successful story. To even have that opportunity within 5 years of building a brand and to see that was a huge blessing. Anything is a blessing, but that was a huge blessing. Shout out to Lena Waithe and the Shy doing their thing over there. I was thankful, to be able to have that opportunity. So that's how I'm able to market. I mean, to keep a balance of acting and working my business.
That is awesome.
It still ties into acting. You see what I mean? It still ties into that. So I'm very, very thankful. Another thing is too, the project that I'm working on. It's I'm working on another project called All That She Knew. When we shot the first episode, thankfully, shout out to Canada Dubose. She's an amazing film director. Everything. She gave me the opportunity to wear one of my brands on her set, and I'm very thankful for that. So that's how I'm able to balance out working with my business and acting, because it intertwines with what I'm doing. So that's even better, because now you got what they call it, the where you can send in your designs. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to use both things intertwining with each other. So I'm thankful for that. So that's how I'm able to balance my acting and business.
So the worlds merge basically.
Merge, yeah. They merge.
That's amazing. And then So how did you keep your morale up when you were going through your obstacles? How did you overcome those obstacles and keep your morale up as you just navigated the world of acting, Los Angeles, Hollywood? How did you keep that up?
It wasn't easy. I've had my moments, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, I lost my mom and then I became homeless. It was like, it was not easy. I had my moments, but I had my faith. I had God, and I had the things that my mother taught me, you know, how to survive. So I kept those valuable lessons that she instilled in me and made it through. It was not easy at all. I'm telling you, it was not. I went through some ups, some downs, some ins and some outs, but I overcame it. You know, my goal getter mindset and the reason why I came out here is what kept me going. Jazz, this is what you came out here to do. You know it was going to be some ups and downs, but you better than that. I always tell myself, you got this, girl. You got this, girl. Just keep going, keep pushing. And I did. I just had, I just had faith in God. I'm not saying it was easy. It was not. I've had my moments. I cried them tears. I'm gonna just be straight up and transparent. I've cried those tears. So if anybody is going through that right now, I hope this inspires them to keep going. I don't hope because I know it will. To keep going because I don't know. I don't know who there's somebody out there that could be going through this. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it was my faith, my strength, my faith, and of course my mom watching over me, making sure that I get out there and do exactly what I said I was going to do. So yeah, that pain right there is the fuel that fueled my fire to keep going because I did not want to be in that situation. You see what I mean? Not that I wanted to be in a situation to begin with, but it was like, okay, Jazz, you're in this situation. What you gonna do? You gonna dwell on the fact that you're in this situation, or you gonna find a way to keep going? And I decided to find a way to keep going because that's just me. I couldn't fathom being in that situation. So I was like, this gotta go. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna find my way. I'm gonna get through this. Me and you, God, we gonna do this. So that's how I was able to get through that. You know, it was my faith. It was God. It was strength. Because I'm telling you, when I was going through that storm, I couldn't see it. Now I'm out that storm, I can see it. And I try to tell people that, like, look, you can do this. You can do this. And it's not easy to live out here in California, but I'm not even gonna use that as an excuse. Because if I can make it in Chicago, I know I can make it out here in California, and you can clearly see. So yeah, it was by the grace of God, you know, that kept me sane, that kept me my mind focused, and like I said, that drive for me moving all the way from Chicago all the way out here, and then like I said, to be homeless, that wasn't going to stop me because I had a focus, I had a vision. I knew this is what I wanted. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. I'm going to do it, and I'm still doing it. After I'm homeless, I'm still doing it.
Are you doing it well, girl?
Thank you, hon. Thank you.
That is so major. Something you said really resonated with me when you said it's pretty much all or nothing. Like, hey, I'm doing it. I'm put it's all chips on the table. You know, like all in, all cards on the table. People say, like there's no alternative. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the alternative? To give up? Like, we don't do that. You know, we don't give up, y'all. We don't give up. That's not on the table. So I love that.
Exactly. And the thing about it is that, you know, the folks would ask me, how do you do this? I said it's a mindset for me because one, I don't like nothing stopping me unless God forbid, you know what I mean? But when it comes to something like this is where my faith is really tested. And I know it was tested. I know it was tested. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get through this. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. When it comes to having a goal getter mindset, there is no in betweens. It's either you do or you don't. And that's how I took it. That's how I felt. And like I said, I wasn't gonna give up on me. For sure. I wasn't gonna do that. So it wasn't no choice but to keep going. That's how I look at it.
That's right. You know, be fair to yourself, be true to yourself. You know, why give up on yourself? You got enough. We have enough people like, oh, she can't do this. Oh, he can't do. Like, come on, don't do it to yourself. That's a good point.
Right.
Great point. Okay, so I need to know, like, where can people find out more information about these fabulous shoes? So tell me where they can go to find out more information and a little bit, how they can order and all the good stuff.
They can go to jd.signaturebrand.shoe. They can go there, or they can go to my Instagram, JD Signature Brand Collection, because I have the link posted up on the website. So they can go there, or they can go to Jasmine C. Delaney, which is my Instagram account, and they get the link from there as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I use social media for. You know what I mean?
Yes. And just piggybacking off of that, please use your social media the right way. Like, social media can be a really great tool to promote your brand, to promote your talent. Like, there's so many opportunities now that we didn't have years ago because social media wasn't as prevalent. But now it's like there is no excuse, like none.
Yeah, exactly.
None at all. And then I love that you are looking for opportunities. You're keeping your eyes open. You're keeping your ears open, and you get it. You're not afraid to take those risks and approach a situation like Alina Waif. The shy, which is major. First of all, you're not afraid to use your world that you're already in as a network. That is your network.
That is my network, and it's intertwining with what I'm doing anyway. So yeah.
So that's the whole purpose of this podcast, is to, like, okay, we are creatives. That's what we do. We live it. We breathe it. I can't survive without it. And I felt really bad about saying it one time, but it's really true. When I'm not in that element, I'm completely like, what do I do? I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Oh God, I'm depressed. So I know that's what we were born to do. So just trying to figure out ways to survive off of your creativity, because that was the purpose. Your gifts were in you from the beginning so that you can thrive and survive. You want to go back into people live off of what their gifts were, and that's what we got to get back to. But we got to find ways to do it. It may not be the most conventional way. They have to create a business and just merge the world, which is fine, and it's beautiful. So I love that you did that. I love that.
No problem. And the thing is, too, I wanted to piggyback on the brand, is that I started this brand from the ground up. I didn't collaborate with Nike and say, oh, let me put my name on the shoe with, excuse me, I said Nike, but with Nike. And it's like, I literally started a brand from the ground up. You know what I mean? And that's what makes my brand stand out from the rest, is because I started like, as the kids say, I started from the mud.
It's yours. It's yours. Mine. It's your baby. You birthed it.
My baby. Yeah.
That's what it is. Well, look, again, I just want to, first of all, thank you for speaking to us today. I'm hoping, and I'm not going to say hope either. I know that somebody is going to be inspired by this, because I am, I find inspiration every time I talk to somebody. I'm finding more and more inspiration, just even for myself. So I hope, this inspires even more people to go after your dreams, but also keep your eyes and ears and world open on other opportunities that are within your network. You already have the network. You already got the network. All you gotta do is work it. That's it. Like,
yeah.
We make it really difficult, and I even make it difficult. I'm like, okay, wait, I'm already doing some of these things. Like, okay, get it together, sis. So I'm so proud of you, Queen, for doing your thing. I always, no problem. I always end with a quote, and Dennis Waitley said, "Don't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, focus on what to do next. Spend your energies on moving forward toward finding the answer." Okay, that's what you got to do. Don't focus on your situation. Focus on how I'm getting out of this. What am I going to do? And work it.
And work it, yeah.
Write your vision and work it.
Yes.
Anything you want to add before we end?
Just the thing is just stay consistent. You know, consistency is key. When you build in whatever career you go into, consistency is key. You gotta stay consistent. Yes, it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. I wouldn't want it if it was easy. But consistency is the best way to keep going. That's what's gonna help to build your brand besides the faith. Of course, God is gonna help you. Then you got your faith, perseverance, determination, and consistency. That's the best advice that I can give someone to do and to keep going, especially after my story, my situation. There shouldn't be any excuse as to why you can't keep going. It just shouldn't be. I could have stopped a long time ago. I could have stopped when I lost my mom. I could have stopped when I became homeless. But that pain is what fueled my fire to keep going. And it still does, to keep going. I'm not gonna stop until, of course, you say so. Not right now, but yeah, that's the advice that I can give them, and that's the only thing that I really have to say. You know, well, so that's about it.
I'm rooting for you. Keep going, and don't stop. And I know you're not gonna stop, but keep going and don't stop. Just know you have people cheering you on. You have people. Your mom is cheering you on. You have so many people just cheering you on. You don't even know it. So keep moving, keep pressing. I'm proud of you, Queen. I'm proud of you.
Likewise, sis. Likewise. Yep. Keep that podcast. Keep the business inside your podcast going. Keep it going. I'm proud of you too, Queen. I'm so proud of you. And like I said, thank you again for this opportunity. I really do appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Well, you take care. Listen, you guys, go out and be great today. Whatever it is you do, whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you dream of doing, go out, do it, and be great today. See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.